Throughout my life, I've dealt with lots of insecurities. When I was in grade 9 and 10, I had severe anxiety, severe insecurities about the fact that I was a late bloomer. I hit puberty a lot later than a lot of people, so I was like around 15 when I hit puberty. A lot of people were like 12 to 13 when they hit it. So I was smaller than everyone. I had a high pitched voice, and I was just scared to talk to people because I was scared they would bully me, and I did get bullied for it. Um, but once I hit puberty, I actually still experienced lots of insecurities as well, like about the fact that I was skinny, I had no muscles, I kind of didn't look very good, like facially. I had a bad haircut. Yeah, so I didn't like the way I looked. Really, that was a lot of the insecurity that I had. And yeah, I was still scared to talk to people. So I thought that once I hit puberty, all these insecurities would be gone, but they they basically just got replaced by new insecurities. So the lesson that I learned from that is there's many causes for insecurities in our lives, and there's different ways to deal with different types of insecurities. So the two kind of insecurities that I have labeled that I've experienced in my life is actionable insecurities and inactionable insecurities. So what actionable insecurities are insecurities that you like they're shortcomings that you have that you can fix yourself. You yourself can fix it. And inactionable insecurities are insecurities that are kind of as a result of just like who you are. Like for example, me being a late bloomer. That's an inactionable insecurity because I couldn't do anything about that. There's nothing I could do about it. I just had to deal with it basically. That's what an inactionable insecurity is. So that's the first one I'm going to talk about is inactionable insecurities. And so yeah, they're the ones you can't take any real action on. You just have to deal with them. So how do you deal with them? So what the realization you have to come to, again, it's a mindset shift that you have to have. And the mindset shift is basically saying, okay, anyone who actually makes fun of me for these insecurities, they are the ones with the problem, right? Like that seems pretty obvious, but just think about it. You can't do anything about it. Like I was short, I had a high pitched voice. I couldn't do anything about that, and someone comes along and starts like making fun of me. That's their problem. That is an issue within themselves that they're projecting onto me. So once you realize that, and once you also realize that whatever they think and whatever they say has virtually no effect on my life, like actually nothing. Like they can say whatever they want, and it doesn't change me at all. Like it's not like they're sending a laser beam that hits my head every time they say something mean about me. No, like they can say what they want. It has zero effect on my life. So once you come to that realization, and you realize, okay, so what does it even matter? Like feeling insecure about this doesn't serve me in any way. Like there's no reason. It's just pointless. So if you really internalize that, because I know it's like pretty easy to say, easier said than done, but just think about it. Like then genuinely just sit there on your bed and just think, wow, like it actually doesn't matter at all. Like none of it matters. Like whatever I say to them doesn't affect them, and whatever they say to me doesn't affect me. So why are we doing it? That's the mindset that you have to have when you're talking about inactionable insecurities. Now, the other type of insecurity, which is inactionable insecurities, is very different. So the reason I actually believe that these insecurities that we have that are actionable, the stuff that we can control, we feel insecure and have anxiety about them for a reason. I think that it actually serves you to have anxiety about these insecurities. And the reason that I think it serves you, because a lot of people won't tell you this, is because you deserve it. You deserve to feel that way. And I know I might sound like a jerk, but I'm genuinely on your side here. You deserve to feel that way because you're not taking action on something that you could control, that you could change. So let's say, because I was insecure because I was super skinny. Like I'm still skinny, but like I was super skinny. And so I could have just started going to the gym, gaining some muscle, learning about fitness, but I didn't. So for the longest time, I did not. I would sit there sulking about the fact that I was skinny and nothing changed. And of course it didn't change because I took no action. So in that sense, it is my responsibility to take care of that insecurity. If I want to overcome that insecurity, I have to take action because it's an actionable insecurity. And so if I'm still feeling that insecurity, it's a result of me not taking action. It's basically an inaction. So the anxiety is caused by the lack of action. And so in that case, I think the anxiety actually does serve anybody quite well because it makes you want to start taking action because you don't like that feeling of being insecure. And another thing I want to say is that you don't have to achieve your goal to stop feeling insecure about it because like I said, I'm still skinny, but I've been in the gym and I started working out. And once I started working out and seeing a little bit of progress, even a little tiny bit of progress, that insecurity is killed very quickly because you realize, okay, I have control over this. I am taking action on it, and you start to respect yourself, because then when you start to move in the direction of where you want to go, and you can control it, and you take the action on it, then it becomes you respecting yourself. It gives you some self-respect. And in a lot of ways, self-respect kills insecurity, because you're sure in yourself, and that gives you confidence too, because you're confident in your ability to change your situation. And again, this only applies to the actionable insecurities. The inactionable ones, you can't do anything about those. So you basically need to say, you know what, they make me who I am. Like if I'm a short guy, that's who I am, you know? Like even if it's just because you haven't hit puberty yet or whatever, even if you're an adult and you're short, whatever the case is, it's who you are. So just work with what you got, max out what you have, you know? Because if you to sit there and just say, oh, I'm short, but like, what's that going to change? It's not going to change anything. But on the actionable ones, sitting there isn't going to change anything either. So, the good news with those ones is you can take action on it. So, with that being said, actionable insecurities, they're your fault. If you're feeling anxiety, that is your fault, and you need to get on that. And it's not hard. A lot of the time, it's not hard. It just takes starting and going in the direction of where you want to be, and though the insecurity will like be massively reduced. I guarantee it, because I've lived through it. It's happened to me. And with those inactionable ones that you can't really, you have no control over, then realize it doesn't even matter anyway. And like, it just makes you who you are. And if people are making fun of you because of that, or they're teasing you, then they have the problem. By the way, guys, if you want to learn more, I'm building an online paid community right now. If you join right now, it'll be the lowest price it'll ever be. Plus, you get to help me decide how I make it, since I'm still working on it. And so it'll cover everything we talk about on this channel, just way more in depth and personalized. So if you want to check it out, it's the first link in the description. Thanks for watching.